What's up? Today we're going to talk about cover art. But before we get into that, if you are interested in hiring someone for cover art, I'm going to show you how you can find them. You can also take me on as one of your artists. I do simple cover art, more for people who don't know what they're doing. Okay, so like if you have like a fantasy novel or something like that, I most likely won't be able to do a great cover for you. But if you purchase some stock images, and I'll get into stock images later, and you can present to me a nice little layout, I can give you some fairly cheap prices, and just give you a simple layout that could help you out a little bit. My prices is about $150 for cover art. That's about the cheapest that you'll find for someone who has done covers in the past. I may raise them depending on how much work you want me to do, and I may decline depending on how much you want me to do. So you can go to services and see what type of services I offer. On there, I might say that I charge you $25 for a cover art, but like I said, it starts there. So if you actually have a layout, which I've had recently, I know a guy that had a layout fully there, but it just wasn't appealing or catching. And I just told him $25 that I would adjust his layout for him. Then that's all that it takes. But if you're looking for cover art, let's really get into that. One of the things that you can do is you can come to my cover art page, which needs to be updated. I'm going to do it eventually. Um, and you can see some of the people that I feature. Glennis is featured. She is my personal artist, along with someone I like to call Sheep, Stephanie Yang. And they are a great duo. They worked on my first and second cover. Glennis is good at typography, but she's also good at doing armor and various types of designs. You can see that she's done this cover, this one. It just depends on what you're looking for. This is her Tumblr account. She does historical comics, really funny. I actually didn't check it out until recently. Sad that I didn't. It's really funny. And then there's Raven. Raven is who I rave about. Haha, bad joke. Raven is a great artist. I already have her page open. You can see here, photographer, artist, like it's a combination really. So if you're looking for some excellent fantasy art, I don't know how many people have contracted her, but she is like a hidden gem that should blow up one day. So I suggest you reach out to her. She has her portfolio, she has her Deviant Art page link on here. So swim through it and you'll understand the things that she does. What do I mean by Deviant Art? This is an example of a Deviant Art page. I have a fly flying around me that wants to die. I don't kill flies. I take that back. Uh, Here's an example of a Deviant Art page. What you can do is I'm sorry, this is Deviant Art. You can come here and you can scroll through images and search for someone that reeks of excellence, pretty much. Okay, so like if you smell them through your computer screen, hunt them down and contract them. Not everyone that draws here can be contracted. Not everyone that draws here or takes photography, that is a photographer, it can be contracted. Some of them are ridiculously expensive because you might see their work and be like, oh, they're really good. And you click on their image. Yeah, they might charge you like $3,000. They can charge you whatever they want because there's some artists on here like LaShawn Thomas who designed the Boondocks. If you see his work and you think, I'm gonna contract this guy, you better realize he works in Seoul, Korea at a freaking top company that designs like Legend of Korra. And I don't think he worked on Avatar, but he definitely worked on TMNT. So if this guy tells you he wants to charge you $30,000 to do your novel, then realize that that $30,000 is fair. So what I'm going to talk about is how to find someone that is has potential. This is Sheep. I love her art. I've always loved it. I went to college with her, and it just hit me one day. I need good cover art. Why don't I talk to her? When I come, this was her last art piece, and I saw all the potential in the world of this. That's important. Don't go for someone that you see has had experience designing cover art because they might charge you more. Sheep is still fairly expensive, but she's really busy. So unless you give her about half a year to design your stuff, because I keep her and Glenn is pretty busy, uh, then you probably won't be able to contract her. And that's what a lot of people say, like, I don't really have the time, or, I've never done cover art before, so I'm not interested. So just keep sending out messages, keep getting into contact with people, and they'll give you something like my cover art. Potential, potential, potential. It is extremely important. So you're not interested in manga, you're interested in why is this not going back? Rawr. You're interested in photography. I don't see it. There it is. Then what you'll do is you'll go here and you'll say, hey, I want a manga influenced photography. I know I'm always talking about manga. Let's go somewhere else. I want something like this. You can do this yourself. But if you don't feel like it, if you feel like this is just too much for you, then what you need to do is you need to click on their image and then click on their actual portfolio or their actual page and send them a note. Pretty simple. Ask if they've ever done cover art before. Ask if they'd be willing to, and send them some stuff that you like. Okay. Earlier I tried to see if Pinterest works. Are you gonna work? Aha! It works now. So what you can do is you can create a Pinterest account. This stupid thing. Ha! And I'm not gonna go beyond here because I don't want it to not work anymore. What I do is I brag about myself. And I have full pages. Character is where a lot is where I send Sheep and Glennis a lot to see what I found most recently. And I also have African anime because my novels are more they're cultured really, but the difficult part is drawing an African American character because you need a wider nose, thicker lips. So this is kind of where I send them to get the personality of an African American character. And here is where I just send them to, let's look at different cover designs. Let's see what we like. I did go beyond it. I figured after I gave that explanation I could, so don't judge me. And this is where I tell them, hey, this is what I want to see for a future cover. Like this here, this is going to be big for Demon of Gods, which is the last book to Barcode. That's what I'm going to use there. This is going to influence what I'm doing now. Batman is really going to influence the, what am I working on? New War Order novel that's coming out next. And this really gets them going. Originally, I didn't have a Pinterest, and what I would do was I would send them things like this. You can see Angie's influence of her armor there. This is going to be big for Eyes That Kill. There's going to be a girl that dresses in old school clothing, armor with a large sword that's pretty much bigger than her. So, I find this stuff and I send it to them and I say, this is what I'm looking for. And then they do their own thing because that's what artists do. So that's how you get someone contracted, and that's how you basically tell them what you're looking for. Beyond that, what you can do is you can go to a page to design your own cover art. Obviously, I couldn't do this. I'm a pretty decent artist, not on Sheep's level, not on Glennis's level. If you scroll down to a page with someone that has ranking, or you go to Kindle's like top free, top paid books, then what you can do is you can find your area. Let's go to science fiction. I rank 32 in high tech science fiction, but you can go to something like this and let's start looking at cover arts. I think I pulled up Wool earlier, and Wool, you can see how simple this cover is. All you need is a stock image. You can go to somewhere, I don't know all the stock images sites, and I'll tell you why I don't know them because I don't like to use them. But you can get a stock image and just shift it and make it your own, make it something that people wouldn't notice if they saw it, and just play with a little bit of Photoshop. Here is A Dance with Dragons. So everyone freaking knows George Martin, like Game of Thrones and all the wonderful things that he's doing. So look at how simple his cover is. That's a stock image, and that's a stock image in the background. And all you have to do is play with some font, which is, like, again, this is the type of stuff that I can do, but it's not, I prefer doing consulting, letting you know where you can go if you want to contract me, but I have no problem doing it. if you would like to contract me. So just, oh, here's a stock image. I know this is a stock image. I've actually written about it and she's commented on it. GP Ching is a great writer. I love this book. I really liked it. I never liked her page. Boom, liked now. So you can see this is actually a stock image and it has been used before. How often has it been used? And this is why I don't like, oh, hey, not where I want it to go. I'll show you why I don't like using it. Let's go. I think I'll type in Soul Keepers. I may not have, so bear with me. You have patience. Use it. Cover art. And if not, I'm going to use the word stock. That doesn't work. So this should work. I wasn't prepared. Life goes on. Hey, I don't know how to find this thing anymore. But if you could find it on my page, basically I show a list of stock images that have no clue how that worked. So here are a bunch of the same stock images. GP Ching was first. I think this is Rex. No. Oh, Rex Rising. Okay, so this was next. And then all these other books came out. So these two really used it in a creative way. I knew I'd seen this somewhere before, but I still like this. But then all of a sudden, everyone else started using the same stock image. And that's something that you want to try to avoid. So when you use stock images, because if you use any image off of Google or just any basic search, then you can be sued. So you use stock images to buy commercial licenses for them, and then you can distribute them as much as you want. So just buy the right type of stock image and hope that no one else uses it. If they do, just make sure you're the first one. That's what GP Ching can always say. That's pretty much it. Do your research if you're going to design your own. If you're not going to design your own, contract someone that's really good or that has potential. And or you can talk to me. We can talk about consulting. I can direct you to different people or get in contact with them for you. So I'm always willing to work within someone's budget. Good luck.